If the White Ranger ever wanted an IEM, this IEM would be perfect for him. Hello and thank you for clicking on this video where I'll be talking about my first experience with TRN, and for today's video the TRN White Tiger is in the spotlight. White Tiger! And this is a 2DD1 Planar IEM coming in at $79. I'm really glad to see Planar being incorporated more in the hybrid configuration, and I've seen TRN designs before and they've always stood out even from their names. I mean the Azura Dragon. Take a look at that, but that's a different IEM and today is about the White Tiger. But before we dive deeper, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Shenzhen Audio for sending this unit in exchange for my honest feedback. However, as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own and are not influenced by any parties. Let's talk about unboxing because I was actually surprised by the accessories that this package comes with. It's a standard unboxing experience, and for this one, you'll be greeted by the carrying case and two smaller white boxes containing interchangeable ear tips, and there's one set where it's the standard generic silicone ear tips, one pair of foam ear tips, and one set of ear tips where it's very similar to Moondrop spring tips, but just slightly different. But it's a different style of ear tips compared to the generic ones that a lot of other packages comes with. It also comes with a small strap for your carrying case, so nice little addition there for you. It also comes with two additional sets of interchangeable tuning nozzles with its own base, so you have something to store your nozzles on. As you can see, the two tuning nozzles are not only different in height, but the amount of grill space is also different, and the short tuning nozzle grill design is similar to the ones that it comes with, but just different in height. I'll talk about how all of these affect the sound, if any, later in the video. The carrying case feels like an upgraded version of the QKZ case where it's bigger, feels a bit more sturdy, it's still plastic, but at least it still has some sturdiness to its feel. Inside the case stores the IEM, which we'll talk about later, and there's even some lining inside, so your IEM won't be rubbing against hard plastic all day, which is nice. The stock cable that it comes with is also not bad. It has this grey metallic color scheme going for the design, triple weave cable design, it's relatively well behaved, and it balances well between being light enough but not too flimsy. Unfortunately, QDC style connectors, so it feels a bit more budget, but it's a bit more secure and fit, but at least it comes with interchangeable terminations. And it comes with the usual 4.4 and 3.5mm termination, and I really like how they have indicators so that it's easier for you to align them rather than having to find the groove. It's the simple things that improve quality of life that needs to be on every cable for convenience. For the designs of the IEMs themselves, they make a very bold statement. From afar, people are going to think you're a poacher, hunting down White Tiger to be used as an IEM skin, and if you get approached by people like that confronting you, my god, call the cops. Anyway, it's literally taking the White Tiger design theme with the all white IEM body, and the black stripes are engraved into the IEMs, not just painted on, so you can feel some contours around the IEM. So it's nice they went a little bit extra when they could have just painted the stripes on, which would have looked terrible and a little boring, so the engraving just adds another dimension to the design. But one thing to note is that this IEM looks really chunky, really big in its depth, especially compared to many other IEMs, but fortunately, testing the fit and comfort, probably because of the roundness of the IEM, it doesn't apply any unnecessary pressure around the ears. So it's only the depth of it, so it doesn't necessarily sit or rest comfortably in my ears because of the lack of contouring for ears. So there may be more needs to readjust and shove this IEM back into my ear, and it'll be relying heavily on the ear hooks and ear tips for fit, security, and longevity, but it's also not an uncomfortable IEM to wear. But because of the length of two of the tuning nozzles, this may go into your ears deeper, so some may not like that. Even on the short tuning nozzles, I'm not getting any unnecessary pressure around my ears. However, your experiences may vary depending on the nozzles you use. For the tuning nozzles, it's a typical screw and unscrew, and inside you can see the dynamic driver hard up against the opening. So let's talk about how it sounds with the stock nozzles, and the White Tiger surprisingly doesn't bite, but it does pounce on you, because first thing I noticed upon listening to the White Tiger on the stock nozzle, which is the green nozzle, the bass presentation. It's snappy, it has some power behind it, it carries a lot of weight and fullness to the notes. It's a very clean sounding bass presentation, probably because there's not a lot of sub bass coming through as well, which makes it sound a lot more rounded. There's also a bit of bleed into the mid-range, but carries through some of the weight to the vocal notes, thus giving it a warmer, fuller sounding presentation. It also has an all-in-one type of presentation where the vocals share the same stage as the background music, so definitely not something you want to go for if you like vocal focused presentations. It also sounds closer to you without being too shouty. The treble is also a little too subdued for my own personal liking. Air instruments sound like they are further away from the overall presentation, you can still hear their energy, but because of how far away they are much smoother to the ears, which may be a good thing if you're sensitive to treble, but of course it's lacking that sparkle or that treble bite. Imaging is pretty good for this price, and the details are about what you'd expect as well at this price point. The bass is more prominent in the sound, so you do need to focus a little bit more if you want to hear all the micro nuances in the track, because the bass details do overwhelm it. As an overall, on the purple nozzle, it does tick all the right boxes if you're looking for a bass dominant performance, but those looking for upper energy may find the White Tiger to be a bit lacking. Good thing there are two other tuning nozzles to affect the sound, so changing from the purple to the black ring nozzle, the overall presentation sounds a touch closer to you, and this is now crossing the realm of being a little bit too shouty for some people. However, the benefit of that is that the treble presence is also now a lot more audible, so it's not as subdued or pushed away compared to the purple nozzle. The bass does sound a touch flatter on the black ring nozzle compared to the red or green nozzle, so I think that's the trade-off to bringing a touch more from the upper regions, which in a way helps with the overall presentation as the focus doesn't immediately shift to the lower regions, which is a nice alternative option to have compared to the others. On really busy tracks is where the White Tiger on the black ring nozzle does sound a bit congested, so with this nozzle I feel the benefit is having a more energy up top, but there's a lot more trade-off than there are benefits, but your preferences may vary. So changing to the red ring nozzle, the most noticeable aspect of the change is that the background music is now at the forefront, which can sometimes take the focus away from the vocals or singer. I think this nozzle is best suited for orchestral music rather than vocal focused tracks, so if your music is very vocal heavy, this nozzle may not be the best option for the job. However, with this, details come through a little bit more, imaging and spatial presentation gets enhanced compared to the green nozzle. So comparing the White Tiger with another budget planar entry, the LED Shirt S08. The S08 also brings a smooth and warm sounding presentation, and the highlight of the S08 is its imaging and also its bass presentation. It's got a lot more texture in the bass notes, with the sub bass being more present compared to the White Tiger. However, the bass from the White Tiger sounds a lot cleaner and snappier. While they both present a smooth sounding presentation, the treble from the White Tiger sounds a touch more recessed, so for spatial presentation, imaging, I'd pick the S08 over the White Tiger, and the fit and comfort wears a lot better due to its shape and compact form factor. However, the White Tiger has more tuning options and has a much cleaner bass attack if that's what you prefer. So to close it all out, the TRN White Tiger was a surprising performer at this price range. I was expecting it to be just like any other budget IEM, and to a certain extent the sound performance does perform pretty much what is expected at this price range, but the accessories definitely make this whole package worth more than other IEMs at this price point. It's also another solid option for anyone looking for an inoffensive sound presentation that is smooth to the ears and focuses on delivering a warm and full-bodied presentation, but the only thing that may be an issue for people would be from its fit and comfort or the subdued treble. However, this is based on one man's experience, and I'm curious to know your thoughts. Would you be taking your chances with the TRN White Tiger, or what is your favorite warm sounding IEM to date? Comment below and let me know. And with that all said, thank you once again to Sunjun Audio for this opportunity, and to all of you for watching. See all of you in the next video.